Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Trigger Warning Radio. I am your host, the Kaiju Conservative. So we had another Antifa mob become unhinged the other day. This time they showed up on the doorstep of Fox News personality Tucker Carlson, somebody who is extremely pro-Trump and very much opposed to the left and makes a good living off of entertaining the rest of us by taking down leftists on his show and arguing against their positions. If you don't watch Tucker Carlson regularly, I start watching. At least watch clips of his show on YouTube. I mean, in my opinion, he's one of the few things left that's worth watching on Fox. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So this mob, this violent Antifa mob, showed up. I believe it was Wednesday night at Tucker Carlson's home in D.C. He was not home. This was about an hour before he went on the air live, so he was not home. He was at work. His 4 kids, luckily, were not at home, but his wife was. And according to reports, this mob started banging and pounding on the door, started chanting and screaming, and well, I got some video of it here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what they were doing.
Tucker Carlson, we are outside your home to protest of fascism and racism. You promote hate that's led to an ideology that has led to thousands of people dying by the hands of the police, to trans women being murdered in the streets. Your policies promote hate, and we want you to know we know where you sleep at night.
Mailbox,
we know where you sleep at night.
we know where you sleep at night. Tucker Carlson,
Now, according to Tucker Carlson's wife, this mob was actually so unhinged and so violent that they actually damaged the front door to their home. And you know, watching this video, folks, I've got a question for you all out there. What was stopping this mob from breaking down the door and doing whatever the hell they wanted with whoever was inside that house? Think about that for a second. This very easily, extremely easily, could have become a tragic situation. There was literally absolutely nothing stopping that mob from breaking down the door, dragging Tucker's wife outside, probably Tucker himself too if he was actually home, and more than likely even his kids, and doing whatever the hell they wanted to them on the street, tarring and feathering or beating them to a pulp or even killing them. This, folks, if you thought that the left was going to calm down after they won some seats in the House, you were sorely mistaken. I doubt anybody in my audience even had that illusion out there, but there are people out there that more than likely voted for Democrats because they thought, well, you know, maybe putting some Democrats in charge, maybe that will calm things down a bit. Folks, this incident proves that it is only going to get worse. I keep saying 2016 was bad, 2020 is going to be even worse. I'm actually surprised that 2018, the midterm elections, turned out as peaceful as they did. I thought we were going to see riots in the streets. I thought we were going to see, Antifa thugs outside of polling stations roughing people up. Luckily, we only had a couple of incidents nationally that made headlines. There wasn't really any violence to speak of. But, ladies and gentlemen, folks, 2020 is going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. I mean, 2016, we saw Trump supporters chased in the streets and beaten like dogs. I wouldn't be surprised if in 2020 we actually see Trump supporters beaten to death by Antifa mobs, especially in blue strongholds like California and places like that. And the reason for that is because their behavior is justified. by the people in charge on the left. Democrats are encouraging this. Maxine Waters being chief among them, with her admonition for her followers to confront Trump administration officials wherever they are, make them feel unwelcome. A lot of people have taken that to mean, well, let's just go ahead and confront all Trump supporters. I mean, how many videos are there out there of Trump supporters being assaulted or being accosted and yelled at simply because they think differently than the left? I mean, you go on to Breitbart.com, they've chronicled, almost 700 incidences of political violence since the 2016 election, very few of which, by the way, are even talked about in the mainstream media because the mainstream media supports this kind of thing. If you don't believe me on that, all you got to do is go look at the Twitter feed of one Matthew Iglesias, writer for Vox, in which he actually justifies surrounding the angry mob, and that is what it was. He justifies the angry mob surrounding Tucker Carlson's house, threatening his wife, threatening Tucker Carlson even though he wasn't there. He justifies that as just being a reaction to quote-unquote MAGA-inspired violence. Folks, all the violence I'm seeing from my point of view, it's all been on the left. Maybe one or two incidents. We have this unhinged fake bomber, Caesar Sayoc, who is supposedly a Trump supporter, which still doesn't sit right with me at all. But whatever, he's old news anyway. But the violence is all on left, and it's because little pukes like Iglesias justify that sort of thing. Now he did decry surrounding Tucker's home, but the only reason why he did that was because it was bad strategy, not because he had any empathy or sympathy for Tucker's wife. In fact, he flat out said he does not empathize with her at all. This is a dangerous situation that we are in. The left has become completely unhinged. They're being egged on by media people who either believe wholeheartedly the Antifa tenets, or they're egging it on in a quest for power and ratings. You've got Democrats, which are being pulled further and further towards this extreme left, that are again egging their followers on because they think that's what's going to sweep them into office and keep them in power. And like I said, this is only going to get worse. Something needs to be done about it. We need to start throwing people in jail or something. Otherwise, we are literally fast approaching the time when we are going to see an angry mob take out surround a senator's house or a representative's house or a TV personality's house, drag them outside into the streets, and beat them to death. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both those things help me out quite a bit, and I will see you all next time.